We start with United Technologies Corp, which manufactures aircraft engines, aerospace systems, aircon units, elevators and escalators.
Yeah, that's not exactly high-tech military armaments escalator division at the end there, but this is a big company that does all of those things.
Market cap $97.3 billion, PE ratio 18.9, dividend yield 2.3%. Let's have a look at the share price graph.
So you can see it corresponds with a bit of a pickup there. Look, it was already doing well, but it certainly got a nice lift in late 2016 and has continued to rise higher.
So this is the Trump factor.
Yes, so this is somewhat of a mini conglomerate, in fact. So only, I guess, some of the business focuses on the defense industry, aerospace, and they make Pratt & Whitney engines as well. So that also has commercial applications. So a bit more broad-based than the others. There has been calls actually to break it up potentially, but the CEO feels that there are economies of scales. I guess you've got aircraft engines next to elevators. It doesn't necessarily sound like a normal
There's
mix.
room to kind of eliminate some of
Yes.
those non-core parts of the business.
Yes, so but
Would that be value unlock for shareholders?
What we've seen, some of the other large conglomerates have looked at that. GE has actually slimmed down quite substantially, but they feel comfortable with their current focus and are sticking with it in the short term.
Paul, United Technologies, is this something that you have eyed before from an investment
We have looked at
perspective?
it as one of those industrial conglomerates. I think the Otis Lift division, as Rowan is saying, is perhaps a stand aside. And then in the aircon space, they own brands like HVAC and Carrier. Carrier is something you see around. So I suppose those could go elsewhere. But there are two business divisions that make sense. Firstly, Pratt & Whitney makes lots of aircraft engines for the jets as well as for the commercial aircraft. We've said this before, but when you look out of the window in an airliner, you're either going to see a General Electric engine, a Rolls-Royce engine, or a Pratt & Whitney engine. And these are the three major contractors. You can't imagine how much those things cost, but that's because they're amazing. There is also a division which is big into surveillance, tracking, satellites, and aerospace type technologies, all classified. You don't even know what they do. You just read the billions of dollars of contracts that they get from the Pentagon. So they are, for example, the systems that you see in movies where, you know, the CIA is busy
So
connecting
again, I'm going to ask you why you haven't gone into the stock previously.
Well, I don't know. It feels slightly dirty buying these companies, don't you think?
Well, not as bad as BAT. I mean, you've never bought BAT.
Cigarette smoking,
exactly.
yes, no, don't buy those either.
In fact, you shorted it to your detriment.
And you
anyway,
could make the
don't want to go back there
argument
again.
that, you know, this stuff, you know, the old George Orwell line is that, you know, people like us can sleep in our beds at night because there are rough men with big guns and other machines who are worrying for us while we're napping. I don't know if you buy that argument.
It's terrifying me today, hot or not, Rowan.
Yeah, this one's a bit more diversified. I think if you do really want to play the arms sector, there are much more focused companies. So yeah, I would say not for this one, and maybe look elsewhere.
Not hot on United Technologies, Paul?
I'll give it a hot, and I think that the aircraft engine for commercial applications is also a very strong business because you've seen the numbers there. Lots of new planes needed all over the place just for moving around in China.